In part 1, we are going to explore the cooperative principle in a talk exchange. We will begin by discussing what the cooperative principle are and the 4 maxims of conversation. After that, we will examine 4 example videos in which people violate each of the maxims. Firstly, we have to answer the question, what are the cooperative principles? In social science generally, and linguistics specifically, the cooperative principle describes how people interact with one another. Simply speaking, it means that in a conversation, both the listener and the speaker must speak cooperatively and mutually accept one another to be understood in a particular way. As phrased by Paul Grice, who introduced it, it states, make your contribution such as it is required, at the stage at which it occurs, and by the accepted purpose or direction of the talk exchange in which you are engaged. The cooperative principle can be divided into 4 maxims, which are like rules people are expected to obey when participating in a conversation. They are the maxim of quantity, quality, relation or relevance, and manner. Maxim of quantity means make your contribution as informative as is required. Do not make your contribution more informative than is required. Now let's examine an example where people violate this maxim.
Zach, I am so sorry for yelling at you about your grades. Oh, honey, what kind of horrible mother am I?
One that's smothering her son?
It's quite natural to feel guilty, but I mean, it's not good to feel too guilty, but a little guilty is normal. But I mean, you shouldn't feel guilty about not feeling guilty, but is the word guilty starting to sound weird to you?
A little.
In this video, we can see that the teacher has violated the maxim of quantity when he talked too much about being guilty. In fact, he could have explained briefly that it's natural to feel guilty and finished there, but he continued saying, but I mean it's not good to feel too guilty, and also, but a little guilty is normal. As a result, Zach and his mother were confused, and the conversation became very awkward.
Next, we have maxim of quality, which means do not say what you believe to be false. Do not say that for which you lack adequate evidence. Now let's examine an example where people violate this maxim.
I wonder who leaked the story about London.
I bet it was that creepy waiter, Chuck. I never liked him. You liked him until Maddie liked him.
Hey, Esteban, come here. I know who leaked the gossip about London.
Oh no, I can't take any more secrets. La 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 la
It
la
was
la
that
la
crummy
la
waiter,
la la.
Chuck.
Oh, Chuck, really? That la thing never really works. Did you hear about Mosby?
No.
It is similar to our real life. In the video, it was Zach and Miss Muriel who have violated the maxim of quality. At first, Zach said that Chuck was the one who leaked the rumor just because he hated Chuck. Miss Muriel heard the conversation between the twins, and she immediately told Esteban without checking whether what she heard was true or not. Both Miss Muriel and Zach blamed the guy, despite they had no evidence. In our daily life, it is very dangerous to violate this maxim, as we could cause serious consequences on an innocent person. Therefore, try to make sure that you have proper evidence for what you are going to say.
The third maxim is called maxim of manner. It means make what you say as clear, as brief, and as orderly as possible. Avoid obscurity, being difficult to understand, and ambiguity, things that can be understood in more than one way. Now let's examine an example where people violate this maxim.
What's up? So, where were you yesterday? 'Cause, like, I was here, and you weren't.
Oh, I was with... Be mysterious, aloof, torture him. Someone else.
Really? Oh, so I guess that means you wouldn't want to go out sometime?
How about tonight? Whatever you do, don't look eager. Not that I'm eager. I'll check my calendar. I'm free.
Wow, what makes Maddie's answer funny to you? We can see very clearly that the maxim of manner was violated when she deliberately made herself mysterious by giving Lance an unclear answer. If the girl followed the maxim, she should talk about a specific person instead of just saying someone or someone else. In a normal conversation, it is very confusing to listen to an obscure answer. So if you don't want to be misunderstood, try to make it as clear as possible.
And the last of the 4 conversation maxims is maxim of relation or maxim of relevance. Basically, it means make your contributions relevant and say some information which is related to the topic currently being discussed. Let's examine an example where people violate this maxim.
So for our date, I was thinking we'd take a quick swim, hit the jacuzzi, then watch Seabiscuit.
You do know it's about a horse.
The seahorse?
Lance, we need to talk. See, I think you're a really great guy, and don't beat around the bush. The point is, life is like an ocean. It ebbs and flows. Dump him now. Don't make me come out of this bubble. Would you be quiet?
Who are you talking to?
No one. Look, Lance, life is like a river.
No, actually, I prefer pools.
Okay, that does it. This isn't working. I can't go out with someone who only talks about water.
You're the one that's talking about water.
Breaking up with a guy isn't easy, is it? Well, we can see that since Maddie didn't want to hurt Lance, she avoided getting straight to the point. As a result, Lance thought she was simply talking about water, and he added more to the conversation. In this situation, the maxim of relation has been violated and caused misunderstanding to the listener. We can learn from the video that if we want to say something, just go straight to the point. Beating around the bush is just a waste of time.
In the second part of this video, let's have a look at high involvement conversation and several positive face strategies. First of all, what are the characteristics of a high involvement conversation? In high involvement conversation, speakers show a minimization of interest and interturn pauses. In other words, it is called faster turn taking. Besides, they also show a faster rate of speech. Speech rate is a term given to the speed at which you speak. It's calculated in the number of words spoken in a minute. Moreover, speaker turns are characterized by frequent occurring simultaneous talk, referred to as overlaps. There are two kinds of overlap, and they are interpreted differently. Overlap communicates closeness, and overlap communicates competition. For the first kind, a listener talking along with a speaker, not in order to interrupt, but to show enthusiastic listenership and participation. Overlapped talk appears to function like an expression of solidarity and closeness in expressing similar opinions. For the second kind, speakers tend to compete for the floor. The point at which overlaps occur is treated as interruption. The last characteristic of a high-involvement conversation is the application of back-channel as signals of active listening and to encourage feedback. Another pragmatic element we want to analyze in this video is positive face strategy. So, what are positive face strategies? Positive face strategies are tools which help speakers show solidarity, emphasize that both speakers want the same thing, and that they have the common goal. There are some positive face strategies listed here. Notice or attend to the addressee one's needs and interests. Exaggerate your interest, approval, and sympathy toward the addressee. Intensify your interest in the addressee. And the last one, use in-group identity markers. Now, let's examine a video in which these pragmatic elements are demonstrated.
All right, so now let's get to the real stuff. Okay. What's it like being married to Ellen?
She's right here. I mean, you've known us for a while. We
Yes.
have, like, the best relationship ever.
9 years.
9 years.
A
nearly
great
9
relationship.
Years. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it's like. Wonderful. No, I
Yeah.
tell you,
It's
and
amazing.
I know that because I'm lucky enough to be witness to it all
Yeah.
the time, and it's
Yeah.
inspiring, and you guys are so good to each other. But let's get serious. What bugs you about Ellen?
I mean,
There's got to be
nothing.
something. I mean, come
No,
on.
I mean,
there's nothing.
I mean,
Ellen? She's answering the questions. Oh. Portia, come on, there's got to
Maybe
be
there's
one.
something.
it's
Is
so
there something?
hard. I can't
No,
do
I
this.
know, especially at one. Come on,
okay,
it's fun.
well,
we'll forget about
God.
it.
What bugs
Really?
you? Tell me, I can take it.
well, I mean, one tiny thing comes to mind.
Okay.
Don't get mad.
I'm not gonna get mad.
Okay, so I make dinner.
Not here.
I love
Damn it,
cooking.
not on TV, honey.
Not now. And I'm really like I love preparing food, and I love like making it the perfect temperature. I garnish.
Yeah.
I try to make it kind of romantic, you know.
But she wipes the
every-
plate. If there's a splatter, the plate
Yeah.
is wiped. It's all
Yeah.
like the presentation is impressive.
I love the
She's a good cook.
presentation. But every single night,
Yeah.
just as I serve her dinner, just as I put it down in front of her,
Yeah.
she gets up and feeds the cats.
No.
Every
No.
single time.
No, and it's not every night.
It is, it
No,
is.
what happens is
It is.
the cats they know when I come home. They will be sleeping all day long. Everybody else comes home. Everybody walks in the house. They don't wake up. Somehow I come in and they all wake up and they want to be fed.
But
There's
just
3 of them.
at that moment, though.
But what
do-
can,
but
what
do
can
you-
I do? I have to
just
feed
as
them.
I put it down.
I have to feed them.
I mean, anyone that cooks knows that, you know, it's like it's the right temperature, and I always ask, are you ready? And she says, yes,
So
I'm ready.
maybe I have,
And then I put
I have
down-
a solution for that.
Yes.
Maybe you time it that she comes home. Your dinner isn't ready for 15 minutes until after she gets home. She can feed the cats. Then
Jen, it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
No.
All right, we'll talk about this later.
All right, but
doesn't
first of all,
matter.
it's not every night, and I know that does bug her. I did know that, and I rush. I hurry up and rush and feed them, but sometimes they want choices, so I put 2 different kinds
They do. They want choices.
because
These
they're
are
hungry.
the most spoiled cats you
They
could
are.
ever
I
imagine.
love them so much.
What else?
All right,
Anything else? Come
That's
on.
all.
Give
That's
us
all.
another one.
Move on. What's next?
Really?
Well, actually, no. While we're here, no, it's no surprise that we move a lot.
No.
And that was a little tricky to get used to.
Yeah.
I mean, the first 4 years, I thought, like, we've had 9 houses in 8.5 years. Did you know that? 9. I counted.
Okay.
Wow.
But the first 4 years, I thought, okay, like, when we move again, this will be it, right? This will be our home, and we'll live there. And now I realize it's just, we'll live there for 6 months. So now, like, when I put things away, I always think about how easy it's going to be to, like, collect it all back up again and stick it in a box. And
Yeah, but you like it. Admit it. You love moving now too.
because you did that to me.
It is fun.
Yeah,
That's
what
fun.
you
It
did
is
to me.
fun.
Because you
I
get
have
to
to
ex-
admit.
Yeah, I love real estate, and I
Yeah.
like the whole. I like architecture and design, and I love doing it.
Yeah.
It is weird. I'm surprised that
It's
I like
hard
it as
for
much
me
as I do.
too because I get attached to the home you're in and then you leave it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
So I feel like
You do.
I'm affected too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Really?
It hurts you.
Well, do you know how heartbroken I was when you sold that beautiful house to Ryan Seacrest?
Yeah, but we told you to buy that house. You should have bought that house.
I couldn't afford that house.
Yes, you.
This video illustrates a high-involvement conversation. First of all, during the talk, inter-intertone pauses are minimized. Therefore, we hardly can realize pauses while watching the video. The speakers talk right after one of them finishes her turn or even when the speaker is talking. The longest pause lasts only 2 seconds. Additionally, what contributes to the high-involvement conversation is back channels. In this video, you can see that when one speaker is talking, the others often say yeah to indicate that they are listening to or agreeing with what the speaker says. Furthermore, all the speakers in this video exhibit high rates of speech. According to WriteOutLoud.com, conversational speech generally falls between 120 words per minute at the slow end to 160 to 200 words per minute in the fast range. In the talk, the average rate of speech reaches more than 200 words per minute. The figure strongly reflects the high involvement style of the conversation. Last but not least, the active participation of speakers in this talk is demonstrated by overlap. During their conversation, 3 speakers often talk at the same time. Let's look at the example.
I mean,
There's got to be
nothing.
something. I mean, come
No,
on.
I mean,
Portia, come on. There's got to
Maybe
be
there's
one.
something.
it's
Is
so
there something?
hard. I can't
No,
do
I
this.
know. Especially at one. Come on, it's
okay,
fun.
well-
We'll forget.
As you can realize from the video, overlap occurs when speakers don't have similar opinions. They interrupt each other to solve their disagreements and engagement in the discussion.
Positive face is also an outstanding pragmatics element in this video. Now, let's look into the face maintenance strategies for establishing positive face in this Ellen show. Ellen show is a kind of entertainment. The conversation takes place between Ellen, her wife Portia, and Jennifer, whose relationship is quite close. As a result, the main type of face is the positive one. Let's look at the following example. In the dialogue, the atmosphere is friendly and 2 speakers are comfortable to talk about personal issues with each other. In other words, they are connected with each other by keeping positive face. We are going to analyze some strategies that 3 speakers applied. The first one is to notice the addresses once. To do this, we can offer other speakers the chance to talk more about what they are mentioning. Besides, we may give our compliments or agreement to them. Here is what Jennifer said. When Ellen and Portia are talking about their happiness during 9 years, Jennifer expresses her admiration and luckiness to witness their marriage. I can give you another example. Ellen is arguing with Portia about moving, and she needs to be agreed. Jennifer stands by Ellen's side, which supports her once. Let's continue with the second strategy. Exaggerating your interest in the topic is another way to give positive face. In the below talk, Ellen used the adjectives great, wonderful, and amazing to overemphasize her feelings. There are many other adjectives we can use to develop these strategies, such as marvelous, incredible, fantastic, and so on. In the video, those speakers also intensify their interest in the addressee to keep face. Below are some sentences produced by Paul illustrating this method. The words every single, your test are repeated several times. Some ways to intensify are using superlative, exaggerating numbers like every single, a second, or some adverbs such as no way, right before. The last strategy is to apply in-group identity markers. There are two different ways. First, we can call each other by special address forms like buddy, dear. In the video, Ellen calls Bottle honey. Secondly, contraction and ellipses are often used in informal conversation. They show that the speakers are connected. They accept each other as a member in their social group. Here are some examples in the video. When we communicate with our friends, we often use these kind of sentences as a sign of closeness.